What you reading there, Jim?
Life magazine.
Nothing but the best.
1938. I mean,
Show me the cover. We keep the latest, greatest magazines.
yeah. This is even before me.
Come on back. Today we're going to start the second process.
Okay.
We're going to take records. We already have a picture.
All right.
And we already have had you look at the sum total of the questions that people have come in here before. And so today we're actually going to move forward with treatment.
Okay.
Started when we took the information, but now we're going to start taking some records of what is. So come on back and we'll get that started. And Jeremiah will take his position.
Okay, Jeremiah.
He's left his service vest on the rack. That means he's on break.
Okay.
So the purpose of today is to get some photographs, to get some postural views, and also to record the situation in your mouth, and to get some basic vital signs that we can then see change as we're working.
Okay.
And if we didn't have those, we wouldn't know where we started from.
It's a baseline today.
Yeah, it's not good or bad, it just is. That's just what you have.
Okay.
So while you're sitting, I will show you how we take the impression. We use some basic stock trays, and then we use a putty, put in the tray and have you close. So I'm going to fit the tray and make sure it's your right size, and then put some putty in there and have it closed down. And then we're going to put a little liner in that to make it extra specially accurate. And then we're going to put it in this box and send the information to Great Lakes Lab for printing of master models.
Okay.
And that also goes into your chart, and at the same time the digital record, and at the same time we're going to go on and pour stone into the model so we have a working model. And then we're also going to get a bite registration. And I'm tired just thinking about it because the tray in. And are there any sore spots or ulcers or anything we should know about? Okay, so I'm just going to try this in gently. Put it here. Open just a little wider. Okay, and then set it down. Now, did that poke or prod anything? Did you feel like on the tongue side some rubbing?
Not on the tongue side.
On the cheek side?
On this side and the bottom right.
Okay, I'm going to try it again.
Okay.
But let's look down here and see if there's anything. Just down in that area? Or inside, right there? You got some knots inside of bone. And that's very diagnostic of clinchers and bruxers. I have some. And it's buttressing of the bone in response to the clenching. You know, when we go to the gym and we pull that weights, the muscles pull on the bone and causes it to get denser. Okay. So you've got some extra bone there. Good hard head, never hurt anybody. But it's a sign of a problem. Okay. And the body's trying to help get that tongue into place and not break the bone. So I'm going to try it in one more time, a little more gentle now that I know that that's down there. And so when we put the putty in there, you can close, but be very careful. If you feel uncomfortable, just stop. We'll go to a larger tray. So we'll try it in one more time. All right, that's good. And if I just went that far, you'd be all right? Okay. Then let's do it just that far. So we're going to dispense.
I mean, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I just felt...
Well, no pain, no gain doesn't work. So just keep in mind that we're here to make you brag on us.
All right.
Actually, it looks a lot like pistachio ice cream, but
it does.
Yeah, it's not.
Is it?
But it's putty. It's soft, and we'll just get you gently closed down on it. That's good. And rest your teeth, bite on down into it, and gush it right there. That's all you need to do, Jim. You're great. Give you some tissue. It actually, inside there, the autonomic nervous system, food. Got to get some spit in there. So sometimes people notice a little more spit. This has a setting time. I'm going to take a little sample off here and watch it. It gets set. And, okay, so what I just done is while I was waiting to see, I don't have a timer. I just reach over here and get a little piece of this material and wait till it sets.
Okay.
If it's set here, I know it's set in your mouth because of the body temperature. That's an impression of those knots.
Okay, wow.
Those are called tori, so there's a bunch of them. If there's one on the roof of the mouth, it's called a torus. We're going to then trim this just a little bit and put a wash in there and stick it back down. We also take a top and a bottom, because the only way you can do this is have the upper arch and the bottom arch.
Okay.
In considering where you're going to put the contours and what's going on up there, it tells us a lot about your problem. So I'm going to try to train on the top, but I'm also going to reach up here and see if you got a torus up there. It's a little narrow. Some buccal tori. Big one there. Okay. These are all little hints. Okay, I'm going to see if a smaller tray will work.
Okay.
Your wife says you have a big mouth. I'm afraid you use this tray. So should be armed with evidence. Let's try the smaller one.
Okay.
Okay. So easy does it. Don't bite down. I think I'm going to try the smaller tray. Did it bump the knots?
No.
Okay. They're like little projections. Instead of stalactites or whatever they are hanging down, these are just sideways. They're
Okay.
a ridge, so they probably will scrape a Dorito on it. And, I mean, they're really bulgy, so sometimes a little sharp toothbrush even will scrape them.
Okay.
So, this is a scannable impression material, both the putty and the wash that we're going to make, so that we can put it in that box. Put your chin down, just bite into it, gush into it. Okay. Are you okay? All right. Hurting anything? Yeah. Some of those teeth that you're going to have restored won't be there later, or be the same way. I know we have some extractions and some large fillings, so you can actually feel this stuff. It's going to tell me when it gets firm. And so basically it's doing that in your mouth. I noticed the tray kind of came forward, so I might use the bigger tray to get a little farther back. We'll see. Starting to get solid, but not firm enough to take out. Are you okay? Okay. Squirt. This needs to be repaired right here, and we have it in putty form. So if I was going to use this impression, I might add a little bit back here, but I'd rather have more in the tray, so I may not use this one. I don't throw it away, because sometimes that's the better of the lot. But I'll take a little putty. I've got to go next door, so we'll wait just a second. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, that was good. Oh, you can tell your wife made a good impression. Yeah, what we're doing is recording the way things are before you even have your down work done. And where you can even make you a starter appliance, kind of a trial appliance. And even with that, you'll notice a big difference. I'm going to have to go next door and get the parts.
I'm really excited about that.
Well, it's good. So am I.
I'm looking forward to this.
Okay. So we're going to take this is Jesse, my lab man. He's going to take that down and just trim out all the interproximals and any real big excess there is in here. So he's going to trim this up just a little bit. He's going to leave the posterior extensions, but just take a little off. Just that one, really. And a little bit there. So basically when we come back, we don't have anything that's going to be knocking around on those bumps. Where we can do our best is to make sure your heart stays good, the AFib goes away, Lord willing, and your blood pressure comes within normal range, and you start feeling good enough to get out, burn a little of that excess adipose tissue off, and then basically it's just a complete reversal. But that's we're looking to immediately try to get you to a point of optimizing your condition rather than letting things deteriorate. That's a big drain on your system as far as the amount of periodontal and periapical infection that you have. And when Dr. Zane cleans that off and cleans it out, you should notice a big difference right then. But with those teeth missing, then we've just created another problem. So what we're going to do is actually optimize your situation so that when you have the teeth out, we have an immediate type of appliance that can go in, keep your tongue from getting lost in the back of your throat, and be able to restore even better the relationships between the tongue and the teeth and the tissues. It's very difficult for that tongue when all of the goalposts that it's been used to using disappears. And so we're going to optimize things by not letting you go any length of time without the structures that would keep your tongue in the right place in the right direction at the right time.
Okay.
So it hadn't been perfect, but we could make it a lot worse by just pulling things out, fooling around with,
Okay.
and we will give you something to eat with, so that when you take it out, you don't have all those missing teeth.